TV News Express. President Tinubu reaffirms commitment to religious freedom, national unity in Christmas message. In business, Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, 12 others score 0 in Independent Corrupt Practices Commission integrity assessment. On the foreign scene, helicopter crashes on Mount Kilimanjaro, kills 5. In sport, Nigeria coach promises improved Super Eagles performance. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Express on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Mukhtar Kasim. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and on Star Times channel 276. And now, the news in details. Christian faithfuls in Nigeria have today joined their counterparts in other parts of the world to celebrate Christmas, the birth of Jesus Christ, described as the symbol of peace and salvation to the world. Global Television correspondent Sadia Yakubu visited some churches in Abuja for the celebration and now reports.
Christian faithfuls gathered in the presence of God to celebrate the birth of Jesus, a day of hope, joy and thanksgiving for God's gift to humanity. It was a message of love, sacrifice and forgiveness at both the Holy Trinity Catholic Church Maitama and Ekwa Church Central Area, Abuja.
Well, today is Christmas, and Christmas is the celebration of the taking of flesh of God, God coming down to earth to save mankind.
On this special day, people come together with their families and friends, exchange gifts and pray for peace and prosperity, as well as sing carols. Christmas also reminds Christian faithfuls of the importance of gratitude for what they have and care for the less privileged.
Today is a very wonderful day, not only me, to the whole world.
We are celebrating because this day, centuries ago, over 20 centuries ago, we are privileged to have God so love us mightily, to have given us his one and only begotten Son.
Christmas was prophesied a long time ago through Prophet Isaiah that salvation will come into the world through Christ.
The sermon is wonderful, reminded us about the birth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
As the Christmas Day celebration continues, the prayer remains for peace to reign in the hearts and homes of the celebrants. Sadia Yakubu, reporting for Global Television News.
In the meantime, President Bola Tinubu has reaffirmed his administration's commitment to upholding religious freedom and protecting Nigerians of all faith from violence. In his Christmas message to Christians in Nigeria and across the world, the president prayed for lasting peace, especially among communities of different religious beliefs. He urged citizens to reflect on the teachings of Jesus Christ, whom he described as the Prince of Peace. Tinubu also advised Nigerians traveling during the festive season to remain patient, orderly, and law-abiding on the roads. Meanwhile, President of the Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio, has urged Nigerians to promote peace, love, and unity. In his Christmas message, Senator Akpabio emphasized the importance of spreading love, kindness, and generosity at Unitide. He also encouraged Nigerians to remember those in need and offer a helping hand. The Senate's president noted that Jesus Christ exemplified peace, love, and generosity, and his birthday should be an occasion for joy and merriment. He highlighted the need for Nigerians to remain hopeful and steadfast in the face of challenges, praying for the country, peace, unity, and progress. The Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, has congratulated Christians and Nigerians on the celebration of Christmas, urging citizens to embrace love, unity, and compassion. In a statement issued by Livinus Nwa Ogbuji, Chief Press Secretary to the Deputy Speaker, Kalu described Christmas as a period for reflection on the birth of Jesus Christ and the values of sacrifice, love, and service to humanity. He called on Nigerians to reach out to the needy and protect and promote peaceful coexistence, stressing that collective efforts remain key to national progress and development. The Deputy Speaker also urged citizens to pray for peace and unity in the country, expressing optimism about Nigeria's future while wishing Nigerians a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. In the same vein, First Lady Oluremi Tinubu has urged Nigerians to embrace kindness, compassion, and generosity during the Christmas period. In her goodwill message, she encouraged families to reflect on the values that unites the nation, including love, care for one another. Mrs. Tinubu called on citizens to extend support to the less privileged and those in need. She also prayed for peace and safety for Christians, Muslims, and people of other faiths. The First Lady expressed hope that the coming year will bring unity, renewed hope, and prosperity. The Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, has appealed to churches to celebrate Christmas with wisdom and heightened security awareness. CAN advised churches to consider smaller gatherings or alternative worship arrangements where necessary to ensure safety. The association also appealed to security agencies to increase their presence around worship centers nationwide. It's called on Nigerians to remember the victims of violence and displacement during the season of goodwill. CAN urge citizens to renew their commitment to peace, justice, and national unity. The Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) has asked Nigerians to reject any tax law that is distorted or allegedly falsified. NLC President Joe Ajaero, in his Christmas message, said such policies undermine public trust and worsen economic hardship. He called for a fair tax system where the wealthy pay their fair share. Ajaero warned against rushing flawed legislation for political reasons. He reaffirmed Labour's commitment to resisting policies that harm workers in Nigeria. Now, as the festive season unfolds, families in Imo State navigate a mix of joy and hardship. Our correspondent Amarachi Ibe takes us into the homes of two families in Owerri North local government area, revealing how they celebrate Christmas amidst rising caste and insecurity. Her report.
Our journey begins in Obibiezena, where Patrick Sunday and his family welcomes us warmly. Despite the challenges of high cost of living and insecurity, Patrick shares how his family strive to keep the festive spirit alive. He emphasizes the need for government intervention to create jobs and improve security.
Well, celebration of Christmas is not just each. We thank God. We go to church to thank Him in the church. And it is not easy for one to live up to December, from January to December. He has made it for us to live up to December, so there is every need to go and thank Him wherever we are.
A short distance away, the family of Gabinus Umunnakwe shares a similar story. Limited income has reduced the scale of celebration, but hope remains strong. Gabinus appeals for policies that support job creation and provides relief for struggling families, noting that festive joy should not be a luxury.
We are enjoying it now, since we are alive. That's the first thing. Since we are alive, we're healthy enough. Let's look onto the poor masses, create jobs for the masses. My message to them is not about everybody should sow his or her coat according to her size. If you don't have a cup of curry, you learn from somebody who has. Help the person, or you borrow from the person.
For these families, Christmas is no longer about abundance, but resilience. Their experiences reflect the broader reality facing many households and highlights the urgent need for economic stability and effective governance. From Owerri, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
Let's now head to Kano State, where Christians have joined their counterparts across the world to commemorate this year's Christmas celebration, marking the birth of Jesus Christ. Global television correspondent Idris Jibrin reports that this special church service were held featuring prayers for Nigeria's unity, peace, and peaceful coexistence among citizens. His report.
Christmas in Kano, Nigeria's center of Islamic learning and one of the country's most historic and culturally rich cities, presents the Christian community with a unique blend of faith and tradition. Across the state, churches organize special services and carol concert, drawing worshippers together in a joyful celebration of the season. Christmas is an annual festival commemorating the birth of Jesus Christ, observed on December 25th by billions of people around the world as a religious and cultural celebration. Beyond the decoration and festivities, the season carries a message that transcends cultures and beliefs.
The message this day, Christmas, is the message about the birth of Jesus Christ, the coming of the Messiah. This day is the day that I've been choosing for all Christians to celebrate His coming. So we are excited, we are happy all over the world. And the birthday of Jesus Christ is one of the highly celebrated birthday in the world.
We should respect our neighbors. We should treat them like human beings. Because we are created by God. We did not create ourselves. In fact, let me tell you, you did not choose your family. You did not choose where to be born. You did not choose your state. You did not choose your tribe. You just wake up and discover you are either Hausa or Fulani or Igbo or any other tribe. This is my message for our people in Nigeria and all over the world this Christmas. And I pray that God will grant us that peace. Yes.
For many Christians in Kano, Christmas represents the story of divine hope entering the world through the birth of Jesus Christ. For others, it serves as a reminder of generosity, family values, and communal living.
According to the book of Isaiah chapter 9 from verse 6 and 7, the Bible said that another name for Jesus is the Prince of Peace. So my prayer is that God will grant us peace in northern Nigeria, peace in Nigeria, because if there is no peace, there can't be prosperity. And we need prosperity as individuals, as a people, to prosper. Because if the roads are not clear, you can't come here to interview me.
Amidst ongoing security challenges facing Nigeria, the central message from the Christian community in Kano this Christmas is a call for peace as a foundation for sustainable national development.
My prayer is that God will bring back the peace and security, especially in the northern part of this country. That the Lord will touch the heart of these insurgents, because I may not believe that the war can be completely won through military might alone, but there should be a kind of God should touch their hearts, to change their minds. Because many of these insurgents also live among us,
Kano State, known for its diverse population, once again reflects mutual respect and peaceful coexistence, as the Christmas season provides an opportunity for people of different faith and background to celebrate harmony and unity. From Kano, Idris Jubrin, Global Television News.
Let's move away from the Christmas celebration and take you to the National Assembly, where in a key step towards approving next year's national spending, the Nigerian Senate has passed President Bola Tinubu's 58.47 trillion naira 2026 appropriation bill for second reading. Senate correspondent Topsy Gimba has the details.
The passage followed a lead debate by Okoyemi Bamidele as the Senate leader, who sponsored the bill titled A Bill for an Act to Authorize the Issue from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the Federation the total sum of 58.47 trillion naira for the services of the Federation for the year ending 31st December 2026.
The 2026 budget is therefore not an experimental document. It is a budget of consolidation, consolidating reforms already undertaken, stabilizing key economic indicators, and accelerating growth through targeted public investment.
Bamidele described the budget as one of the consolidation, building on the administration's reform to stabilize the economy and bolster public finances. During contributions, fellow senators called on the Appropriations Committee to conduct rigorous scrutiny.
President, defense appears to have the largest share. And that is the mindset of this administration, to secure us, protect us, and of course, our armed forces and other security agencies.
This budget, which is earmarked at 58.4 trillion naira, is remarkable because the four main things which Mr. President has set out to achieve. Number one, which is extremely fundamental, the role of government, the
primary security of lives and property.
That they understand that this money being appropriated is meant to ensure prudent procurement, appropriate remuneration, and ratio payment to our men and women in uniform who are taking all the risk so that Nigeria may be safer.
The Senate has now referred the bill to the Appropriations Committee for detailed review.
A bill for an act to authorize the issue from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the Federation the total sum of 58 trillion 472 billion 628 million. Second reading taken. This bill is now committed to the Committee on Appropriation to revert to the Senate in 1 month.
Senator Godswill Akpabio, Topsy Gimba, reporting for Global Television News.
President Bola Tinubu has inaugurated a committee on strategy, conflict resolution and mobilization within the All Progressive Congress, APC, ahead of the 2027 general elections. The committee is chaired by Yobe State Governor Mai Mala Buni and includes 7 governors, ministers and party leaders. It is tasked with the resolution of internal disputes and strengthening party cohesion. Speaking at the inauguration, Buni pledged the commitment of the party to its mandate. He urged members to place party unity above personal interest. The federal government and Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, have concluded negotiations on the renegotiated 2009 agreement. ASU announced that the new agreement will take effect from January 1st, 2026 and will be reviewed every 3 years. The deal provides a 40% salary increase for lecturers and improved pension benefits. It also introduces enhanced funding for research, libraries, laboratories, and staff development. ASU has called on the government to ensure prompt implementation. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has accused the Tinubu administration of failing to comply with a Supreme Court judgment on local government funding. The court had ordered direct allocation of funds to the 774 local governments from the Federation account. Atiku described the continued delay as deliberate defiance rather than administrative lag. He warned that the refusal to enforce court rulings undermines constitutional governance. Atiku called for immediate implementation of the judgment. President Bola Tinubu has congratulated former APC national chairman and political ally Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje on his 76th birthday, describing him as an astute politician and accomplished administrator with over 5 decades of public service. Tinubu noted Ganduje's role as a senior administrator in the Federal Capital Territory, Kano State Commissioner for Works, 2-term Deputy Governor, 2 terms Governor, and his current position as Chairman of the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria. The President expressed his appreciation to Ganduje's friendship and close collaboration at different times, his service to the APC, and prayed for good health and continued service to Nigeria and humanity. You are watching the live broadcast of News Express. When News Express returns, Sudan receives Italian aid amidst devastating conflict. Details coming shortly, plus business and sports stories on the other side of this break. Please stay with us. You're welcome back from that break, and now to business news, where the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission, ICPC, has rated the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited and 12 other federal agencies 0 in its ethics and integrity compliance scorecard. The assessment covered 357 ministries, departments, and agencies. It evaluated financial management, administrative systems, and anti-corruption structures. The ICPC said the scorecard is designed to strengthen accountability in public service. The Commission urged MDAs to improve compliance. Still talking business, gold prices have climbed above $4,500 per ounce for the first time in history. The surge is driven by global geopolitical tension and expectations of future United States interest rate cuts. Silver and platinum also recorded significant gains. Analysts say investors are turning to safe haven assets. Projections suggest prices may rise further in 2026. The Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Oil, Senator Heineken Lokpobiri, has launched its Enterprise Content Management System, marking a significant shift in how work is organized, records are managed, and decisions are supported. Our correspondent, Sadia Yakubu, has details.
At the launch, which took place at the ministry, the minister said the initiative strengthens the effectiveness of public service, enabling fast work processes, secure record management, and reduce reliance on paper. He added that ministry occupies a critical position in national development with responsibilities for policy formulation, coordination, and oversight oil and gas sector. Hence, the ECMS efficiency directly impacts revenue generation, investment confidence, and national planning. The ECMS, according to him, is deployed on the OneGov cloud platform, enabling electronic approvals, automated workflows across government sectors.
And so when you are appointed general head of service, I know, and I'll talk with some colleagues, that the civil service will begin to see the changes that it requires.
Head of Civil Service of the Federation, DD Esther Wilson, noted that digital transformation is a continuous process requiring consistent use, adherence to established processes, and sustained digital discipline which aligns with the ongoing public service reforms.
For a ministry that plays a strategic role in Nigeria's economic stability and energy security, this milestone is both timely and significant. The Ministry of Petroleum Resources occupies a critical position in national development with responsibility for policy formulation, coordination, and oversight in the oil and gas sector.
The launch of the ECMS is part of the effort to comply with the federal government's directive on the full digitalization of work processes by December 31st, 2025, and advances Pillar 5 of the Federal Civil Service Strategies and Implementation Plan 2021 to 2025. Sadia Yakubu, reporting for Global Television News.
And now to news making rounds. On the foreign scene, residents of Somalia's capital, Mogadishu, have voted in municipal elections in a move towards restoring universal suffrage. The vote marks a significant step towards the country's first direct national elections in more than 5 decades. Heavy security was deployed across the city. Officials say the exercise will help test readiness for national polls. Some regions, however, did not participate in the polls. A helicopter has crashed on Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, killing 5 people. Authorities say the aircraft went down near Barafu camp. Local media report the helicopter was on a medical rescue mission. Rescue and recovery operations have been completed. Investigations into the cause of the crash are underway. In the meantime, the Sudanese authorities have taken delivery of aid provided by Italian government amidst a conflict that has long ravaged the country. Workers at the Port Sudan airport unloaded 25 tons of aid parcel sent by Italy, which Ambassador of Italy to Spain, Michele Tomasi, described as the first phase of an operation much bigger that will be followed next year by more shipments scheduled to arrive by sea. Our correspondent, Zora Unasir, has the rest of the story.
The aid operation itself, organized by the Italian Agency for Development Cooperation, continues as planned. The Foreign Ministry announced late on 23 December that Foreign Minister Antonio Tajani will not attend the scheduled loading of a humanitarian flight to Sudan on 24 December. Ambassador Michele Tomasi stated that the goal is to distribute essential items to the teeming refugees who have been adversely impacted by the conflict in Sudan.
This is the first phase of an operation which is much bigger and that will be followed next year by more shipments by sea, with the idea to support and bring assistance to the approximately 20,000 IDPs in the camps in and around Sudan.
While largely symbolic, ministerial attendance will have highlighted Italy's logistical role in delivering emergency supplies amid Sudan's civil conflict. Airport authorities, however, confirmed that standard cargo security protocols remain in place and that passenger operations are unaffected. Zahra Nasr reporting for Global TV News.
And now to the exciting world of sport. Super Eagles coach Eric Chelle has assured Nigerians that the team will continue to improve at the African Cup of Nations. His comments followed Nigeria's 2-1 victory over Tanzania in their opening match. Chelle praised the team's strong first-half performance, but noted a drop in intensity later in the game. He said the coaching crew is working to address weaknesses Nigeria will face its next opponent in the coming days. Still talking sports, Manchester United winger Amad Diallo scored the decisive goal as defending champions Ivory Coast began their Africa Cup of Nations title defense with a 1-0 victory over Mozambique in a Group F match in Marrakesh. Diallo struck shortly after halftime in the game. The three-time champions dominated, creating several chances through Yan Diomande, Frank Kessié and Galin Konan, but were reportedly denied by goalkeeper Enan Sulain. The win keeps Ivory Coast on course for a successful defense as they prepare to face Cameroon and Gabon in their remaining group matches. Now, as Global TV News Express comes to an end, here is a recap of our top stories. On Global TV News Express, we brought to you that President Bola Tinubu has reaffirmed his administration's commitment to upholding religious freedom and protecting Nigerians of all faith from violence. In business, the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission, ICPC, has rated the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited and 12 other federal agencies 0 in its ethics and integrity compliance scorecard. On the foreign scene, you heard that a helicopter has crashed on Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, killing 5 people. And in sports, we brought to you that the Super Eagles coach, Eric Chelle, has assured Nigerians that the team will continue to improve at the African Cup of Nations. That's it on News Express. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and on StarTimes channel 276. Kindly follow us across all our social media platforms. Now show we know your screen using at Global TV NG. I am Mukhtar Kasim, saying a very big thank you for watching.